Hi everyone, it's Scott here from That's English School 英語研究プロジェクトよくある間違いを分析します。誰も教えてくれないとそのちょっとした間違いを永遠まで言い続ける可能性が十分ありますよね。あれそれ言ってるかもという方がいっぱいいると思いますね。毎日この教室で日本人の英語を聞いてるからいろいろと分かってきましたので、自分が気づいたことを皆さんにシェアしたいと思います。So let's get into English mode and let's get rocking and rolling. First, let's look at the problem. I live in a local area. I live in a local area. Now, as we know, the word local is used in Japan quite a lot. You see it every day on the trains. A local train line. Thank you for using the Tsukuba Express line. This is a local train for Akihabara. We will soon be stopping at station number 15, Moria.The doors on the right side will open. But in daily conversation, I often hear the word local being used. And I think to myself, that doesn't sound quite right. Let's look at the reasons why in a bit more detail. First, we must take a look at what the word local means in English.It can be used as an adjective, a noun, and an adverb. As an adjective, it means related to a restricted area. You know, like in your own neighborhood. If you're talking about the place you're in, it's somewhere close to here. It's not far. We could say, my local supermarket.Our local school. He is a local celebrity. Local calls are free. A really good way to remember the true meaning of local is this. A local anesthetic. Do you know what this means? Well, if you have an operation, you might get a local anesthetic. Here's what it means in Japanese. So this is only for one part of the body, isn't it? For the whole body, we say general anesthetic, which puts your entire body to sleep. Oh, and in the UK, we call the pub that we regularly go to as just the local. As a noun, it means a person or people who live in a particular area.We can say a local or the locals. Ask a local to recommend a good restaurant. The locals were really friendly. Some of the locals were unhappy with the new mall. As an adverb, we use it after the verb. We can say locally. I always try to buy my vegetables locally.Do you live locally?
Yep, just down the road.
You can hire ski equipment locally. Now, here is the key point from this whole video. Please listen very carefully to this point. When I'm talking to people in Japan, I get the feeling that a lot of people think that the word local means 田舎の. But in English,It never means that. Never. Local can be used for a really big city, like Tokyo, or for a really small village, out in the sticks somewhere. I live locally. That's not so cool. Huh? Where do you live exactly? Tochigi? Ibaraki? In Shibuya. なんですって?それってローカルなの Do you see where I'm going with this? So let's go back to the original sentence. I live in a local area. A lot of people probably want to say this.
田舎に住んでる。
It doesn't make any sense to use the word local in this situation. So, what should we say? I live in the countryside. I live out in the country. I live in a rural area. I live in an agricultural area. In a more negative way, you can say, I live out in the sticks. I live out in the boonies. I live in the back of beyond. I live in the middle of nowhere. We're here in Ibaraki, which a lot of people think is out in the sticks. Well, I suppose it is really. There are a lot of rice fields, and I love it. Let's take a look at 5 example sentences. The first one is this. Everyone hates to see the countryside being ruined by new developments. If something is ruined, then it is destroyed. I mean, like it's made much worse than before. It's ruined. One thing I love about living in a rural area is that there is always plenty of parking. When you take a trip somewhere exotic, it's always nice to try some of the local cuisine. The word exotic means something very new, different from your own culture. It's usually used in a positive way. These are some pictures from when I went to the night market in Taiwan. Now that was very exotic. There is a trend of moving out to the country and having a self-sufficient lifestyle. To be self-sufficient means to do everything by yourself, just like in the old days. If you buy things locally, it helps support local businesses and reduces the carbon footprint. To reduce your carbon footprint means to reduce the amount of energy you use, eat fewer animal products, shop locally, travel smart, and reduce your waste. If you want to improve your English even more, please click on this playlist right here and you can watch all the other case studies I've done so far. Thanks very much for watching and we'll see you in the next video.